Good evening and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I am going to be your host tonight. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Hope y'all are doing well, enjoying your November thus far. And of course, I hope that you had a very happy and safe Halloween. Let's get signed up for tonight's game. Come on over to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. That is where you can get your team signed up for the game tonight. If you play with us every week, hi there, welcome back. If you're just finding out about this virtual quiz right now, come play with us. We want you here. So come to this website. That is where you get that fully interactive answer sheet. And when you get there, you're going to notice we're looking for a few basic sign-up details from you. This includes an email address, a team name, and then you're going to find a drop-down menu where we ask you, are you a part of the league? Are you not a part of the league? Whatever your league status may be, you are welcome to play with us here this evening. We want you. We're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Each round is in a different category. Anything could come up here tonight. Let's check in with our standings for our league teams thus far in season 56 of NYC Trivia League. Well done to these top 10 teams. After 6 weeks, We Drink, We Know Things are holding on to that top spot with Team Cockroach rounding out that 10th spot there with 182 total points. Cumulative of those 6 weeks. Well done. Impressive scores. If you want to see how your team stacks up thus far, head on over to nyctrivialeague.com/standings. If you're not signed up for the league this season, you may as well. All it means is that we keep track of your score every time you play, and maybe you're going to end up in the leaderboard. So well done to these 10 teams. This evening, we're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. The first 3 topics are question and answer style rounds, and our 4th and final theme of the evening is going to be a picture round. So the majority of the quiz tonight are these question and answer style rounds, and here is how it is going to work. I will ask you a question out loud. As I ask it, it will pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. So you will be able to see the questions as I'm asking them. Some of the questions may have multiple choice options. The majority of your questions this evening are going to be short answer in their structure. Enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and then please click the button that says Submit Answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yes, there is a countdown timer for all of the questions in these first 3 rounds, so keep an eye out for it. It can catch up on you, so always click Submit Answers. Let's say you want to change your response and there's still some time left on that timer. Please go for it. Come up with a new answer. Enter it in. Just make sure that you click Submit Answers again before the countdown timer expires so we get your most up-to-date response. In the event that you spell anything incorrectly in your answers, don't sweat it. I am able to see what you all put as your responses, and I'll do my very best to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. If you're just joining us, hi there and welcome. I am Meredith. I will be your trivia host this evening. Get signed up for the game by coming to this here website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Come up with a team name, let us know your email address, and let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. In that drop-down menu, then click that button that says, Sign me up to play. Okay, folks. The 4th and final round of the night, it is going to be a picture round. The picture round is structured differently than our first 3 categories of the evening, and I'm going to walk you through the specifics of it when we get to that point of the game. Before we dive into our first round of the night, I do have 2 simple rules that I kindly ask you all abide by here. Rule number 1, don't cheat at this game. Please refrain from looking the answers up. I know you can do that. We all could. It's not impressive. It's not fun. It defeats the purpose of what we're doing here. So please don't look anything up. Rule number 2, please refrain from giving away the answers in the chat. Love hearing from you all in the chat throughout the game. Just make sure not to give anything away for anyone else. It spoils things for everybody. That's about it. Let's dive into our first round of the evening. Before we do so, last call. Get your team signed up for the quiz tonight by coming to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Enter in that team name, email address. Let us know if you are or are not a part of the league, and you are going to be joining this elite group of 46 superstar trivia teams, from Hot Dog Hideout, our first team to sign up tonight, down to Schermerhorn stars. Welcome to those 2 teams and every team in between. I wish you luck on tonight's quiz. Hope these rounds are right in your wheelhouse. Let's do it. Round 1 this evening is in the category of documentaries. So we are talking about documentary films here. Here we go. Round 1. Question number 1. Hoop Dreams follows promising young high school basketball players William Gates and Arthur Agee, their lives, friendships, and family lives in what U.S. city? Name the city where Hoop Dreams is set. 25 out of 44 submissions thus far, going with the correct answer here. Hoop Dreams set in Chicago, Illinois. That's 56% of teams getting that first question right. Here is round 1, question number 2. Citizen 4 is the documentary that director Laura Poitras made in partnership with what whistleblower, and in doing so put both of them in danger as they shed light on national secrets. That documentary, Citizen 4 by Laura Poitras, is all about Edward Snowden. Edward Snowden is your correct answer. 79% got that second one right. Well done. Question number 3. The Crash Reel follows snowboarding underdog Kevin Pierce and his family as he sets out to challenge the dominance of what athlete dubbed the Flying Tomato? His incredible red hair, giving him that nickname, the Flying Tomato. Kevin Pierce was going up against Sean White. Sean White, your correct answer for number three. Our easiest question thus far, with 81% of you getting it right. Our fourth question of the night, documentaries, the topic. Here we go. Part iconic sportsman and part rock star, the documentary Diego Maradona retraces the legend's steps during an era when he was given the monetarily largest contract to date, playing football for what Italian club? He is now the namesake of the club's stadium. Name that club. A super tricky one here. We did have four options for this one. I can see you entering your responses in and how it's waffling from one thing to another. This came in as the second most popular answer, the correct one. Your answer here is SSC Napoli. Napoli, your answer. 33% of you got it right. Toughest question of the quiz thus far, but not so hard. It doesn't deserve like a womp womp sound effect, I don't think. But well done to teams who got it right. Here's question number five. Fill in the blank. Man on Blank is a 2008 documentary about Philippe Petit walking a tightrope between the World Trade Center towers. Fill in that blank. As so often seems to be the case, we go from the toughest question of the quiz to the easiest question of the quiz thus far, though not a social at all. But 40 teams got it right. That documentary is called Man on Wire. Wire, your correct response there. Our sixth question of the night. The film Senna never lets up on the gas as it follows Ayrton Senna's climb from karting to what highest class of international racing? The highest class of international racing, you may know better as Formula One or F1. Your correct answer for number six. Our seventh question of the night. Grey Gardens follows Big Edie and Little Edie living out their days in the squalor of the Grey Gardens estate in Long Island. They are the cousin and aunt, respectively, of what first lady? Big Edie and Little Edie of Grey Gardens fame are the cousin and aunt of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, Jackie O, however you wrote her name. Getting you a point for that one. 57% of you got that one correct. I do see one here I need to rescore. If that's you, sit tight, getting you a point. Our next question in this round, question number 8. The directors of the Oscar winning documentary Free Solo have made their first scripted narrative feature, Naiad. This 2023 movie stars Annette Bening as Diana Naiad, an athlete known for her accomplishments in what sport? Diana Nyad broke a bunch of records, including the person to swim the most quickly around the island of Manhattan. Swimming, your correct answer for number 8. Question number 9. Werner Herzog made what documentary about Timothy Treadwell, who took many trips to an Alaskan national park in order to live amongst the bears? It is true. In order to swim around Manhattan, you do have to swim in the East River and the Hudson. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. Take a shower afterwards if you're gonna attempt something like that. This Werner Herzog documentary is called Grizzly Man. Grizzly Man, your correct answer there. We are on to our final question in round number 1, documentaries. Known for having directed 2 fantasy movie trilogies, what filmmaker also directed the 2021 docuseries The Beatles Get Back? It was made largely from unused footage and audio of the musical group. The Beatles Get Back docuseries was directed by Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit director. It's Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson. 86% of you got that one right. That does bring us to the end of our first round of the quiz. Let us check in with our standings for our top teams. Well played in round number 1. These teams are tied for 6th with 9 points each. Ballad of the Homeschooled Boys, J&J, the Rubber Yolks, Wookie Meat is Chewy, but Team 570 Eight, two for the drinks, two for the snacks, pieced it together, Team Cockroach and Hot Dog Hideout. And tied for the lead, these five teams have perfect scores thus far, 10 for 10. We Drink and We Know Things 12, 17, and 69. Why Not Zoidberg and the Blue Shells? Excellently well played in round number one. Our second round coming at you in one moment. Did you know we do private events with NYC Trivia League? We would absolutely love to work with you. You can reach out to me. I am our private events coordinator. There's my email address right there, meredith@nyctrivialeague.com. Maybe you're looking for something fun to do for the holidays with your friends, family, or coworkers. Maybe your coworkers are your friends, or perhaps your family. You're a Nepo baby. I don't know your story. Talk to me. I want to learn about you. We'd love to work with you in whatever capacity you see fit. We do virtual events, in-person events. We do all kinds of different games, and we can customize the content to fit your interests. So reach out to me, meredith@nyctrivialeague.com. Round two tonight, it is in the category of new beginnings. New beginnings is our topic. All of your answers in this round will contain the letters N, E, W next to each other in that order. Let's do it. Here's question number one. What US state's largest city is Manchester, which has a population of just over 115,000 people? Manchester, the most populous city in New Hampshire. New Hampshire, one of four new states in these United States. 44 teams got it right. Almost a social, everyone. Question number two. What Boston based sportswear company founded by William Riley has sponsorships with the New York Roadrunners and the National Basketball Association? Remember the theme, folks. All of your answers in this round are going to have NEW in them in that order. That sportswear company is New Balance. New Balance. And the New York Roadrunners are involved with the New York City Marathon, which I know is taking place this coming Sunday. Anyone out there participating in the marathon, hello, let us know. We can cheer you on. We want to know how it goes next week. Or maybe you're going to cheer somebody on. Let us know. Question number three. The 2008 movie, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, ends by depicting a catastrophic weather event in 2005 in what US city? The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, set in New Orleans, that weather event, Hurricane Katrina. New Orleans, your correct answer there. Team 578, hello. One of our team members is running her 20th New York City Marathon this year. That is so exciting. Congratulations. You got this. We're thinking about you. Let us know how it goes. Putting Helsinki syndromes to shame. I don't think so. 2 marathons, nothing to sniff at. Well done to you as well. Our next question in this round, number 4. In what Disney animated movie did Yzma want to poison Cusco, but Kronk made a mistake and turned him into a llama instead? That animated movie is called The Emperor's New Groove. New Groove. Well done. 86% of you coming in with the correct answer there. Question number 5. What is the only Canadian province that lists both English and French as official languages? Pretty tricky one here. We were almost split down the middle in terms of your submissions between Newfoundland and New Brunswick. A few people put Quebec and then got rid of it, remembering the category here. Quebec's official language is French, the only of the provinces to have both French and English as their official languages. It's New Brunswick. New Brunswick, your correct answer for number 5. Question number 6. What sitcom created by Elizabeth Merriweather was originally titled Chicks and Dicks? Love this show. One of my faves. Most of you coming in with a correct answer here. Chicks and Dicks, a lesser name than New Girl. New Girl, your correct response for number 6. Question number 7. What 2020 continuation of a 2016 HBO series saw Jude Law's character in a coma as John Malkovich's character, Sir John Brannox, is elected to power in the Vatican? Typically, we have a team who plays with us here on Wednesdays who are named this. That HBO series is called New Pope. The New Pope, your answer for number 7. 3 more questions in this round. Here's number 8. What is the only world capital that begins with the letters NEW? We're looking for the capital city of a country around the world. So many countries in the world, a lot of places to think about, but most teams, a good portion of you, came up with the correct answer here, which is India's capital, New Delhi. New Delhi, your correct response for number 8. Question number 9. It's been waiting for you. What is the first track on Taylor's version of the album 1989? That song by Taylor Swift is called Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you. One more question in round number 2. Here it is. What Heisman winning football player who has played most of their professional career with the Carolina Panthers is the all time leader in rushing attempts and rushing touchdowns for a quarterback in the NFL? That football player is Cam Newton. Cam Newton, your correct response for number 10. Coming in with 80% on that final question of this round. Let's see how it's going thus far. We're halfway through the quiz. We've got a tie in 7th place with 18 out of 20 points. Late to the party, Ballad of the Homeschooled Boys, J&J, Team 578. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, pieced it together, and Team Cockroach. Tied in 3rd with 19 points. We Drink and We Know Things 12. Why Not Zoidberg? Wookie Meat is Chewy and the Blue Shells. And tied in the lead with perfect scores, 20 for 20. We Drink and We Know Things 17 and 69. Okay, halfway through. If you're not in the lead, Don't worry, there's more game left to go. Also, stick around after the quiz tonight because the movie quiz is happening this evening. You can get signed up for the movie quiz at play.themoviequiz.com at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We do share the same Twitch channel, so it may pop up here if you just hang out. But in order to interact with the game, you want to go to this website, play.themoviequiz.com. If you haven't played yet, tonight is the perfect time to check it out. It's so much fun. If you like movies, just see what you know. Also, we'll be back 1 week from today. That is Wednesday, the 8th of November at 8 o'clock Eastern Time at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Hope to see you all next week. Let's get into our third round of the night. Our category for round number 3 is contains a unit of measurement. In this round, all of your answers will contain a unit of measurement. It could be a unit of time, length, volume, etc. A note for you all, the context that the word is used in may be a homonym for a unit of measurement. Let's get into it. It's going to make sense. Here's number 1. Paul Edgecombe is an officer at Cold Mountain Penitentiary in what 1996 novel by Stephen King? A film adaptation premiered in 1999 starring Tom Hanks as Edgecombe and Michael Clark Duncan as death row inmate John Coffey. Name that book turned movie. A pretty straightforward one for question number 1 in terms of what the measurement is. The book and movie is The Green Mile. Mile, of course, a unit of measurement. Question number 2. TV chef Guy Fieri and Olympic speed skater Apollo Ono have both hosted versions of what game show that involves contestants playing simple games with household objects? That game show is called Minute to Win It. Minute, our unit of measurement. For number 2, of course, a unit of measuring time. I don't submit to minutes myself. Don't believe in them. Question number 3. In the US, the big 3 rental car companies are considered to be Enterprise, Avis, and what company that owns the subsidiary rental car services Dollar Rent-A-Car and Firefly Car Rental? That measurement system, that also happens to be the name of a car rental company, is Hurts. Hurts. Your correct response for number three. Question number four. Every 2 years, a team of the best golfers in the United States plays against the best European golfers in what competition named for an English businessman? Team Europe won the most recent competition in September and October 2023 in Italy. In this case, certainly doesn't mean the same thing as the measurement system, but rather like a trophy. It's the Ryder Cup, not like a cup of flour, but 55% of you got that one right. Our fifth question in this round: a teenager in East Germany undergoes a sex change operation and escapes to the US before becoming a rock musician in what 2001 film based on a 1998 stage musical of the same name? Those of you who didn't know, I appreciate your strategy. You've been putting in just a unit of measurement, which is a great guess. But the correct answer for this one is Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Hedwig. 82% of you got it right. Inch, of course, the unit of measurement we're speaking of here. Question number six. Before starting the influential rock group Led Zeppelin, guitarist Jimmy Page was a member of what 1960s rock band that also featured Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck? This one was my hint of the night. If you all follow me on Instagram at Trivia Meredith, you would have known that at some point this evening, the band known as the Yardbirds would be coming up. Give me a follow at Trivia Meredith on Instagram. I do give away a hint every time we bring you a new quiz. And reminder, our next quiz coming up 1 week from today. That is Wednesday, November 8th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Hope to see you all back for our next game. I'll help you out. Follow me. Our next question in this round, number 7. Currently owned by Unilever, the brand of antiperspirant and deodorant known as Rexona in Australia and Sure in the UK, is known by what brand name in the US and Canada? It's known as Rexona and Sure in other markets. In the United States, we know it as Degree. Degree, your correct answer for number 7. 3 more questions in this round, then we're moving into the picture round to close out the game. Here's number 8. Liam Neeson starred in a 2004 biographical drama about a professor who devised what self-named system to help understand the range of human sexuality? Had a little lenience in terms of how you noted the scale, the method, the spectrum. As long as you had the person's name plus a word like that, I'm giving you a point here. It's the Kinsey scale. Kinsey scale, your correct response. 63% of you got that one right. And did you know that also featured in that movie, Kinsey, as Professor Thurman Rice? Seems like not the most savory of characters. It's our theme for this season, our friend.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Tim Curry, you have been Tim Curried. His character is not depicted here from that movie. He probably is just wearing a suit. We can imagine that's him down in the corner smoking that pipe. I don't know. I don't think it is. Okay. Our next question in this round, number 9. Lady Jane Grey is often referred to as the 9 what queen, so named for her short claim to the English throne in the 16th century. Lady Jane Grey, nicknamed the 9 Days Queen. Days, your correct answer for number 9. And our final question in this round, number 10. Tinea pedis is the scientific name for a fungal infection, better known by what more active sounding name? My sincere hope that no one out there is suffering from tinea pedis, aka athlete's foot. Athlete's foot, your correct response for number 10. That does bring us to the end of round number 3. We've got one round left this evening. Let's check in with our top teams. We've got a tie in 6th place with 28 points. We Drink and We Know Things 12, Team 578. 2 for the drinks two for the snacks, and tied for the lead. Five teams up here. No perfect scores, I'm happy to report. 29 out of a possible 30 points. We Drink and We Know Things 69 and 17. Why Not Zoidberg? Wookie Meat is Chewy, and the Blue Shells. It all comes down to this final theme of the night, our picture round, which this evening is in the category of fictional doctors. In this round, you are going to see 10 images of characters who are fictional doctors. It is your job to identify each character for 1 point. On your answer sheet, you'll see all 10 images laid out next to each other. Inside of each image is a number from 1 through 10, and underneath those 10 images, you'll find 10 numbered blanks. Enter in the name of the character on the corresponding numbered blank. You all have 5 minutes on the clock to work on this round. At the end of that 5 minutes, we'll go over the correct answers and then move into the final question of the evening, our tiebreaker question. Let's do it, everybody. Kindly name these 10 fictional doctors. Good luck. Hi, we're halfway through. We are halfway through this here picture round. Hope it's going well for you all thus far. Remember, we're looking for the names of these fictional doctors. It's got to be a doctor. So if you're like, I don't think that character's a doctor, they must be playing a doctor within the character they're playing. All right. That's a little hint for you all. See you back here in 2 minutes and 30 seconds with some answers. Good luck. We are nearly there, everyone. If you haven't done so already, kindly click submit answers and keep an eye out for that countdown timer. We are looking for the name of the character. They're all doctors. I'm specifically, K-Boom, referring to number 8 here when I say that that character is not a doctor, but they pretend to be a doctor. You got to name that doctor. I don't want the character's actual name, but rather the name of the doctor they pretend to be. Okay, click submit answers. I'm going to be rescoring for a moment here. Good luck, everyone. Tons of variety here in how you entered in your responses for these ones. So I am working to rescore all of them here. Reminder, stick around. The movie quiz is coming up momentarily, and you can get signed up by heading on over to play.themoviequiz.com. As soon as we wrap up here in just a moment, we do have that tiebreaker coming at you very soon. First, though, rescoring a couple of responses as we prepare to go over your correct answers for this picture round. Fictional doctors was our theme. Image number 1. So many different ways you put in your answers here, but that is Doctor Who. Doctor Who, your correct response there. Image number 2, we've got another doctor. That doctor is Dr. Christina Yang. Dr. Yang from Grey's Anatomy. Image number 3, that is from the James Bond universe. It's Dr. No. Dr. No, your correct answer. Image number 4 from Frasier, that is Dr. Lilith Sternin. Dr. Lilith Sternin. Yes, she was married to Frasier at one point. Still working on rescoring a few of these here. So hopefully I got all of the ones that you wrote in slightly different spellings, or I could tell you knew, but maybe put it a little funky here for me. Our next image there, number 5, it is Dr. Hannibal Lecter. Dr. Hannibal Lecter. Image number 6, that is Dr. Evil. Image number 7 from The Simpsons, that there is Dr. Hibbert. Image number 8, yes, it is Kramer from Seinfeld, but he claimed to be Dr. Van Nostrand. Image number 9 from Scrubs, that is Dr. Christopher Turk. And number 10, that is Dr. Leo Spaceman from 30 Rock, or Leo Spaceman. But Spaceman is how you say it, everybody. Okay. Some more funky responses here. So I'm still rescoring before we get to that tiebreaker. Sit tight. Some of you wrote like essay responses to your answers, and they were right, but they just had a lot more info. So for the future, it does add work for the host when you do such things. So appreciate it if you just put something simple that you believe to be correct It helps everyone. We wouldn't be sitting here listening to me just talk. Okay, we're almost there. Let me go ahead and reveal your answers, and I'm still working through. I'm at Dr. Evil right now. So if you're like, I put Dr. Evil and I didn't get it, I'm working on it. Dr. Hibbert. All right, should be good with that one. We're on to Kramer here. Dr. Van Nostrand. Okay, looks good. 2 more to go. We got Turk. Chris Turk. If you put Chris Turk, yeah, that's it. I'm getting you the point. And lastly, Spachemin. Let's see. Doctor from 30 Rock, Chris Parnell from 30 Rock. Yes, it is not specific enough. Okay, we did it, everybody. Scores should be accurate here. And that does bring us to our final question of the game. The tiebreaker. As always, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal in placing your response to the tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number, meaning you can guess over or under the number. Whoever's closer will break the tie. Here it is. How many total episodes aired of the NBC series 30 Rock? I'm sorry for scolding you all. I'm just like, it takes me more time if you decide to be creative with your responses. But like K Boom saying, funky questions get funky answers. Sure. I get it. Okay, starting that timer. If your team ended up in part of a tie tonight and you're in the top 15 or so teams, we are going to calculate the answers and find out who broke those ties. We'll post the results on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League as soon as we're able to do so. So keep an eye out to see what happened here this evening. 30 Rock aired for 138 episodes. That does bring us to the end of tonight's game. Let's see what happened here this evening by heading on over to the winner's circle. Finishing up tonight's quiz in what I can only guess is a tie for 13th place, 35 points each. We've got 1989 Gravy's version, Ballad of the Homeschooled Boys, The Rubber Yolks, Avis and Bobo, Team Cockroach, tied in 11th with 36, Jackass Incorporated, Hot Dog Hideout, tied in 9th with 37, Team 578, and Pieced It Together, tied in 5th with 38 points. We Drink We Know Things 12. Wookie Meat is Chewy. And Team 578, as well as 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. We've got a 4-way tie for the top spot tonight. No perfect scores, but very close. 39 out of 40. We Drink and We Know Things 69. We Drink and We Know Things 17. Why Not Zoidberg and the Blue Shells. Excellently well played. I am so grateful that you all joined us for tonight's game. Stick around. The movie quiz is starting now. Thank you all so much. We'll be back 1 week from today. That is Wednesday, the 8th of November. Until then, be well, everybody. Very much appreciate you joining us for tonight's game. Thank you so much to Peter for helping to put together tonight's quiz, as well as the rest of our writing team. Thank you to Cullen for making this possible. And thank you to Murr and the Rizzy